obscure cars that deserve more attention. Not every sports car out there will end up being as popular as the Ford Fiesta. Some like to stay in the shadows, like Batman. The shadows and darkness do nothing to their performance or class. But Batman deserves his flowers occasionally, and so do these obscure cars. Hey guys, welcome to AutoVerse. These are the top 7 most obscure cars that deserve more attention. If you believe a certain car belongs to this list, leave it in the comments. We start our list of the obscures with this unique build of a sports car, the Lancia Stratos. If you know the Lancia Stratos, high five to you. You know your sports cars. You will agree that it has every right not to be left out from this list. Right to be left out. Enough chit chat, let's get rolling. If on the other hand, not the left or right hand, but the other hand, you don't know what the Lancia Stratos is, this just proves our point that this champion deserves more attention. This car was the World Rally Champion for 3 years straight, 1974, 1975, and 1976. But for some reason, it never went to be a popular topic of discussion when talking about sports cars. You could say it is because the Lancia brand is relatively unknown. But does that matter? No one seems to know the true origin of cheesecake, but it's as popular as Santa Claus. Irrespective of Lancia's popularity, the Stratos deserves more recognition. It was made for the track, so you can expect it to be lightweight. With a curb weight of 2,000 pounds, this sports car is the definition of lightweight. You have a rear-wheel driven 5-speed transmission, mated to a Ferrari V6 pushing a whopping 190 horsepower, taking this bad boy from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, making this car a worthy topic, given that it has been around since 1972. If you think a Lamborghini would not be on the list, then you don't know the Lamborghini Reventon. Well, that's the point, isn't it? It's hard to understand why the Reventon is not one of the most talked about Lambos. The Reventon is an invention of speed and performance and the predecessor of the Aventador. This car includes an orgasmic sounding, naturally aspirated 6.5 liter V12 engine with an output of 650 horsepower coupled and a 6-speed gated manual transmission taking it to the top speed of 210 miles per hour. Given the impressive numbers, Lamborghini decided to make only 20 of this car. This fact is a bit sad because the roads need more cars like this. It is a joy to drive with fast and smooth handling, giving this car a 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, making it one of the fastest during its time. This car is so obscure that the most obscure man in Gotham City would choose it as his ride. Yes, Batman rode one of these absolute monsters. It was a good car for the Dark Knight in the movie The Dark Knight. We mentioned that only 20 of these cars were ever made. Unfortunately, Batman crashed trying to hide his identity. No surprises there, that guy will crash anything. Lamborghini maintained its brand goal of outrageous looks, a powerful engine, and impressive numbers on this one. Fun fact, you will actually need over $1 million to get this one. The other 19 are still available. Hopefully Batman doesn't actually wreck this one. Let's start talking about this car by clearing up the air that the Gumpert Apollo has no connection with the popular Apollo 11 that went to the moon. Yes, one is the popular Apollo 11 that everyone seems to know all about. The other is the Gumpert Apollo that no one is talking about. But let's talk a bit about the car. We'll talk about the moon trip later. Roland Gumpert, the creator of this car, was an experienced race director for Audi. He had the dream of building sports cars at home and on the street. That dream came to be a powerful yet obscure reality. The 4.2-liter Audi V8 engine in the Apollo has an output of 690 horsepower, pushing it from 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds with a top speed of 203 miles per hour. Yeah, we know it won't get you to the moon and back in time for dinner, but wow, we are sure that the Apollo is still one of the fastest cars even today. That explains why this car was top of the track leaderboard at the Nürburgring and Top Gear for 2 years. It has been around for 18 years and is still one of the best out there. Everything and anything you like about German machines, you can expect to find it in this car. The Hennessy Venom GT is quite popular, and it became the focus of interest in 2011 when it was unveiled. That car is firmly lodged in the popular category, but did you know that the Spider replica of this car was released as a convertible? You do? That's impressive. But did you know the Hennessy Venom GT Spider is the fastest convertible on the globe? You don't? That's also impressive regardless. The Venom GT Spider was not just any type of replica, it was the real deal. It was a request from Aerosmith's Steven Tyler, who wanted a convertible version of the original. The Hennessy delivered with Venom. This speedster has a 7.0-liter Chevrolet LS2 twin-turbo engine with 8 cylinders. You can expect an outrageous output of 1,451 horsepower and 1,287 pound-feet of torque. What does that mean for you? A top speed of 265.6 miles per hour and could go 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. The mid-engine and rear-wheel drive layout further adds to the driving experience on this thing. You can enjoy the exotic ride of a convertible when you get your hands on one of these speedsters. Wait, can you? Can you get your hands on one of these? We hate to be the party pooper, but there are only 6 units of this car in existence. It is one of the rarest cars out there, but should also be one of the most talked about. The Pagani Zonda Revolution is the result of years of automobile evolution. The Zonda is truly a revolution. Lamborghini is one of the most popular brands out there, but Pagani dethroned them. It became a car owned by every young boy when it was released, and by owned, we meant every young boy owned a poster of this in their bedroom. It's popular, but still obscured as it is only talked about in the poster shops. The Revolution is a blend of carbon and titanium, a recipe for class and quality. This car weighs just 2,500 pounds, packing a 6.0-liter Mercedes-Benz M120 V12 engine. This engine puts out 789 horsepower. This car comes with rear-wheel drive with a limited slip differential and a 6-speed single-clutch transmission, pushing the Revolution from 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. With a top speed of 217 miles per hour, it is impressive to both the number experts and to the simple admirers. The expensive and tasty look of this car is one of the reasons you find it in everyone's bedroom or online game modes. This car's obscure nature is probably aided by the fact that there are only 5 in existence. Yeah, that explains the $2.9 million price tag. You won't be seeing this often on the road. Better to keep that poster crisp and clean. The Koneg CC8S. Wait, the Koneg? Yeah, we had the same question too. Koneg is popular for being a company that makes the fastest hypercars of all time. Most manufacturers start with simple cars like sedans or crossovers, but not Koneg. The very first car from this company is one of those cars no one is talking about. A ridiculously fast car for its time period, holding the top speed world record for a short period of time. The top speed of 240 miles per hour, making it the top speed world record for a short period of time. Before the 240 mark, the CC8S sped to the 0 to 60 miles per hour mark in 3.5 seconds. For a car that was the first of the company, it boasts some incredible numbers. All that speed is thanks to a 4.7-liter supercharged modular Ford V8 engine strapped to your back. The engine has an output of 655 horsepower and 550 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, the beauty before you is the result of 8 years of production. It was a big dream for Christian von Koenigsegg as he wanted to build his own car. But this first product deserves more attention. Top Gear's Jeremy Clarkson agreed when he called this car his favorite supercar of 2004. It's our favorite too. Why? Well, check out the design. You have a detachable carbon roof and dihedral actuation doors. Who doesn't want that? And we're off to number 1, but before that, let's cross out some honorable mentions. See if any of these pop up a smile or jogs up a memory. The 1999 Ariel Atom with lightning acceleration of 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.8 seconds. It has a power to weight ratio that is better than the Bugatti Veyron. You have a V8 engine with 500 horsepower while the car weighs only 1,100 pounds. The SSC Ultimate Aero, one of the great things about 2007. An impressive horsepower of 1,180 and a top speed of 254 miles per hour, making this car worthy of honorable mention. Now, to our number 1 on the list. The Aston Martin 177, ladies and gentlemen, is the obscurest of the obscure that deserves the most attention. We bet you didn't see that one coming. Yes, Aston Martins are known for their beautiful sounding engines and build quality, but their looks are by far some of the most elegant and opulent ones on the road. We could argue that they're the best looking cars of all time in the company, but by far the best one is the 177. You're looking at a full carbon fiber monocoque chassis and handcrafted aluminum body. Impressive, right? Well, if looks are not your thing, what about speed? This is also the fastest Aston out there. The 7.3-liter AM Cosworth V12 engine in this thing pushes it to a top speed of 220 miles per hour with the help of 750 horsepower. It has been around for more than a decade, but it doesn't for a second look out of place. The best part is that the price is still very much okay, and there are 77 chances out there for you to get one for about $1.6 million. Pretty cheap, right? An acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds, front-mounted engine, and rear-wheel drive. What more could anyone ask for? The transmission options include the 5-speed automatic, 6-speed Graziano automated manual, and the 6-speed Graziano manual. It is still one of the best out there. We can only hope it gets more attention. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of AutoVerse. Subscribe for more content and make sure to like and share your obscure opinions in the comments. Share this video with your friends. Goodbye.